Hi guys, Tony back again, Horror in Todge. Hope you're all well. It's Tuesday here and it's day 6 of my 31 days of horror, as you know I've been doing. So today guys, I'm going to be reviewing Richard Attenborough's 1978 psychological horror movie, Magic. It's a nice addition from Second Sight. This one, I'll go into my details about the film and tell you guys a little bit about it, but absolutely fantastic. So this one stars Anthony Hopkins, Ann-Margret and Burgess Meredith. And like I say, it's 1978. Anthony Hopkins is fantastic in this. I think looking at this now, when you see him in Silence of the Lambs as Hannibal Lecter, this film sort of really shows you how his mind can sort of work. You know, Anthony Hopkins acting in the case of someone who's insane, basically. Because similar sort of things happen in this. He's just mentally unstable. So yeah, just fantastic in this. I actually prefer his performance in this better than Hannibal Lecter, and I love Hannibal Lecter, but this was just, I don't know, even on another level. It just showed his acting off really well. Like, I think this is one of his earlier films as well, and it just, you could see he was going to be a big star in this. It's just so unhinged. But yeah, I'll get into the story, guys, and I'll tell you a bit about it. All you guys who've seen this, you know about it. My good friend Jason on here, Horrific Nightmares JM, he absolutely loves this movie. I know that because his profile picture is a picture of the dummy, Fats. But yeah, so I'll get into this, guys, and I'll tell you about the story and stuff. So essentially, follows a guy called Corky, who's played by Anthony Hopkins, and he's sort of in the clubs and stuff, and he's a magician, and a pretty bad magician at that. No one's liking his act. His manager's sort of getting on at him, you know, played by Burgess Meredith, who is Mickey out of Rocky. So he's in this one, very good actor. He plays a good role here. So he's like his manager, and he's not liking this magician act. It's going really rubbish. He's just not very good at it. So he gets this ventriloquist puppet named Fats, and he starts doing really well on like the circuits in the clubs and stuff with this puppet named Fats, and he's really like abrupt. This puppet is compared to Anthony Hopkins' character's quite, you know, really quietly spoken and quite well mannered, and this puppet Fats, he, like, you know, was a ventriloquist, you know, the act, he's sort of really abrupt and abrasive, you know. So everyone's like laughing, they find it quite funny. So he gets quite well known on the circuit, and then his manager phones him up and says, I can get you on a television slot sort of thing with this act, this puppet act. And then he sort of has second thoughts because he has to do like a mental illness test. So like, see if he's stable enough for TV and stuff. And he sort of, Anthony Hopkins' character, Corky, they call him, he's just like, he doesn't know what to do. And then he ends up fleeing. He just like sort of ups and leaves with this ventriloquist puppet. With Fats, he just ups and leaves, and no one knows where he's gone. And he ends up in the mountains to his old town where he used to live growing up. And he ends up at like an hotel, sort of an overnight stay house, who's sort of ran by an old love interest from sort of early school days, played by Ann-Margret. And she's sort of in a marriage, but it's a failed marriage. There's sort of nothing there with her husband, and they're doing a separate thing, and the husband didn't bother about her. And Corky, Anthony Hopkins' character, ends up sort of falling for her. But it's just about when they're there in this sort of lake, sort of, it's a bit like Jason, you know, it's a bit like Friday the 13th, that sort of lake setting. It's got like a house on the lake, and yeah, it's just about Anthony Hopkins sort of spiraling out of control. He's talking to this puppet all the time. So he's like, he'll sit in a room on his own and he's talking, and then he'll talk in the puppet's voice, you know, the ventriloquist voice, like, ow, you know, and it's really creepy, guys. So you don't actually know if it's the puppet controlling him or him controlling the puppet, but there's definitely like sort of a merge of the two, and it sort of leads down like a murderous path with treachery and all sorts in it. It's really well made. Great script this is, great storytelling, great acting, and sort of, yeah, just follows down that road. And then you've got like Burgess Meredith's character, his manager looking for him, searching for him because he really wants it, he can earn some money out of him, sort of thing. And he ends up finding him, and just all sort of little things creep out. But the puppet itself, this puppet, Fats they call him, that's what he calls a puppet. I don't know if you can see on the back there, guys, there's a proper picture of him, but it's insanely creepy, really is. And just, yeah, Anthony Hopkins there, it's a younger Anthony Hopkins obviously than Hannibal Lecter. He's just fantastic at spiraling out of control. There's one scene what sticks in my mind. His manager ends up finding him, and he can see that this puppet sort of got a hold of him, or, you know, he's sort of spiraling out of control, and he's got the puppet and he's talking all the time, and his manager says to Anthony Hopkins, right, put the puppet down and I'll time you. I'm going to put 5 minutes on my clock, and I'm going to see if you don't speak as the puppet. Can you do it 5 minutes? And Anthony Hopkins' character is like, of course I can. What are you on about? You know, he's like, what are you on about? It's a puppet. Puts it down, and it's sort of so much suspense in silence, and you as the viewer know he just can't do it, and it's spooky. And then he ends up speaking like the puppet. Oh, it's weird, but I'm not going to tell you much more. But you've got to watch this film, guys. Brilliant film. Yeah, what can I say? 70s movie, really creepy doll. It's been done before, the creepy doll, but I think this is one of the best ones. This probably is the best one. So fantastic film. 9 out of 10 for me. Another 9 out of 10. One of the better ones I've watched. Day 6. It's all going smoothly at the minute. I might start watching some of my Vinegar Syndrome titles that I haven't watched yet. Start reviewing some of them for you guys. But Day 6 is magic. Get in the comments underneath, guys. Tell me if you've seen this one. If you think I'm right, if you think I'm wrong. What did you think of it? Let me know, guys. I've been Tony. I'll catch you all for Day 7 tomorrow. Thanks for watching.